hospital right now. My mom's actually getting surgery as we speak right now. So I'm just trying to stay like positive right now.
Yeah, my prayers go out to her. I pray for healing and healing upon her body and her mindset so that she can become one with you again. And that her surgery comes good and that the doctors are knowing exactly what they're doing and that their hands are actually guided by
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate
you.
it.
Stay strong, keep your head in focus, and read a bit of the Bible, read a bit of Psalms and
So
Proverbs.
I hope that Zoka is tired and not high, because that's what she looks like. She looks like she's high. And I honestly wouldn't bring it past these people if they were up here, probably doing ayahuasca or smoking a little bit of weed. Who knows? We know that Nature Boy, when he was out, that's how he kind of sort of controlled them. I think a lot of what they did out really outside the box towards that last couple of months contribute to the alcohol and drug abuse that was going on over in Carbonation.
Psalms and Proverbs. And if you want to have some encouragement, you go to Nature Boy TV on YouTube and listen to downloads that help
Right.
you understand certain things when it comes to the body and the mind. Okay.
Thanks. I just feel like she just has like a lot of like I feel like she needs like a shaman or something because it's like
It's really sad that these women are up on a social media platform. They're not giving any kind of disclaimer, and they're acting like, from their experience, that young women should listen to them as the word of reasoning. Maybe they think that they're the word of reasoning, Zoka and Malia and Efru and all of them, because of what we saw them go through
something
online.
because it's
I
like
don't know where.
demons have been after her whole life. Like it seems like, and she's just never like at peace. Like she's always in pain, always suffering, always. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like physically or mentally, it's always something. And I just don't understand why. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I say for you, you're supposed to be the one that shows her that light, so that
I'm my whole life. I feel like that's literally my mission.
yeah, your healing comes through for her.
Online. I don't know where they get their credentials at to give advice to people that are in hurt places or going through tragedies or the loss of a loved one. Where do they get these credentials to give advice to these people? And yet and still they're sharing a man who is fake doing polygamy, calling these women his wives, when he only, at this point, I don't know if you guys peep it, put it in the comment section, he has to catch himself from time to time when I listen to Nature Boy talk to these women from jail, because he really looks at, even if it's not genuine, he really only looks at Malia as his queen. The
At all
other
times.
Hex.
That is that's yourself. Your mother is you. So when you see her going through
Hex.
demons and her being attacked in certain different ways, mentality wise, that's for you to overcome within yourself. When you see yourself being attacked and being like, I'm doing this for not only for myself, but for the generations that's before me and after me.
queen. The
No.
other women are just there. He doesn't have any sexual or any kind of attraction to the other women who were there much longer, like he does have the connection with Malia. And I, from time to time, hear him catch himself when he's really referring to, when he says wives, he's only really referring to considering Malia his ride or die and wife.
In the
And
hard
it's
times
like,
and happy when it's good. Mm-hmm.
Facts. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go and have a good day. But thank y'all.
Thankful, blessings to
Keep
you.
in touch with us.
Yeah, keep in touch.
For sure. You know I am for sure.
I love myself.
Love myself.
Thank you.
and it's like he afterwards tries to remember to give recognition to the other women, because he's trying to keep them, in the game and afloat right alongside Malia, because Malia, if they were to leave all these women, Malia would have to go home to her family too, because she's the weakest link. But I just don't understand why people are giving them gifts and cash apping and sending donations. This goes to show how far our community has fallen.
That we have. So make sure y'all consistently tune in to make sure you don't miss it. And get us on 4 stars. Yeah, get us on 4 stars before Chief come back, so we can be like, yeah, we on 4 stars, Poppy. And then be like, oh, okay, I'm about to get y'all something good today. Yeah, he got a lot of things. 3 shields.
That we have to subject ourselves to these sort of people and the hardest times of your life to get advice or to be uplifted. And these are the people that need it to have uplifting themselves. They need encouragement and the drive to push on in life themselves. These are women that are giving advices that have left their worldly possessions, including children that are still small. And they go to bed every day. I don't know if these children are on their mind. I'm not inside their head. But they are taking care of a man instead of themselves and their families. They're
We moving everywhere. Hey, thank you, Miss Thomas. That's cute. That looked good. That was cute, right? Oh my God. Okay. Distractions. Babylon is full of distractions. It's crazy to me how much distraction. First we started the live with the wine and baby. No, first we started outside. No, outside, and the connection wasn't good. Then we came to the connection and a baby crying. Then we moved. The baby stopped crying. Then we come back. People walking by.
They're disowning their own children because the man that they're involved with doesn't want to take care of another man's child. And they're not understanding that they are in this man's world and they're just living in it. And they're still just living in it. Natureboy knows for having these women for this long and subjecting them through what I call a hazing period, which was many of years, like a sorority. These women have endured so much from Natureboy. He is going to continue to try to do as much as he can humanly possible do to these women for the duration of the time that they're willing to stay under his brainwash. He is going to milk the well dry and send these people back home, hopefully where they can jump back. But I believe by the time they get finished with, Natureboy gets these women to be recruiters of other women to replace them in case they leave. Natureboy is going to ruin the rest of these young girls' lives, and they're not taking this serious. And even when they're talking to people with real life issues that call in and want advice, this is to me some sort of a game to these women. They probably can't believe themselves that people are actually calling in wanting to get advice with their lives. And what the scary part about this is, you would be surprised of the response that these women are getting despite what people already know about what they have been subjected to. And what's so scary is if Natureboy never went to jail, some of these women would be probably going over there. If Natureboy stayed in jail for 30 to 60 days and it was blown up like it was, and then that went away, it would still make him famous. And it would still make it intriguing to women with very low self-esteem, not a good judge of character. It'd make it even easier for these women to flock over there and become a victim of Natureboy's whole sick demonic scheme that he has got going on. And it's sad, but at the same time, it's a blessing that the system, who has been watching Natureboy for some time, they have studied him, they have documented, they have done what they needed to do in order to take this man in. They knew when they took him in that when they got him in, when they got enough evidence on him, they were going to sit him down. And people have to understand, especially people who are going through issues in their life, they're not thinking clearly. If this man was a god or a Muslim man, and he believed in that religion and recited the Holy Quran and all those things, that kind of man, a righteous spiritual man, would not be sitting in jail or would not be being held because he's a liability to himself and others around him. This is a man who people need to stay clear away from and take no advice from, or any of his disciples, any advice from them either, because the advice they can give you is the only advice they need to take solely themselves, that they're not living on a daily basis. And even Solar said, and I'll never forget it, they're not even teaching the knowledge. He doesn't know what they're doing. But that is enough for them to sit back with themselves and say, yeah, what am I doing? And leave the situation.